Welcome back. We're back. Yes, we are. Today is a good day. Yes, it is. The sun is shining. We're out and about in the world, loving ourselves, being grateful. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Yes, sir. I'm so grateful. Yes, I am. And I'm loving the weather today. See that sun shining. It's a great day today. Yes, it is. Only positive energy right here and right now. Loving it. What are we gonna talk about today? A juicy subject, people. Listen to me. We're gonna talk about forgiveness. And that's a juicy subject indeed. It is. Because forgiveness, is a thing that we have to do, that we gotta do when we're loving, when we're here in our hearts. Yes, it's a juicy subject indeed. Oh my God. Forgiveness. What a day, what a day, what a day. Forgiveness, yes. It's a juicy subject indeed. Forgiveness is a big thing in this journey. We gotta forgive ourselves. We gotta forgive the people that hurt us. We gotta forgive our divine masculine for doing the things that they've done. And that's a big thing, because how can we love if we cannot forgive? If we cannot forgive ourselves, if we cannot forgive our divine masculine, if we cannot forgive the people that have done us wrong. Yes, we gotta forgive. That's the only thing we gotta do, is forgive and be grateful. Because I've realized that my divine masculine is my best teacher, the best teacher I could ever have. She lets me see what I need to work on, how to become a better person, because your divine masculine triggers you. They do things that may upset you, and you think to yourself, the ego steps in, the mind steps in. And because of the things that may have happened in the past, you think the ego steps in and says, nobody's taking this from me. Because of the wrong that's been done in the past. Because the people in your life have maybe mistreated you or abandoned you. And everyone has his demons, has his past, has gone through things. And the ego steps in, the mind, and the mind says, that ain't happening no more. And what you do is you react. You react and you maybe shout at them. You maybe hurt them back. But you can't do that, because if you want to be loved, you gotta be loved. And being loved is forgiven. It's forgiven. Forgiving your divine masculine. I was thinking on the way to the park, I was thinking to myself, would you imagine you being in a relationship with someone and you will constantly bring up the past? You did this to me, you did that to me. How would you ever have a healthy and loving relationship with that person? How? You wouldn't. You would constantly be fighting and sitting on each other's lips. I even realized that if you're divine masculine, and for everyone is different, has a karmic person. This karmic person is mistreating your divine masculine, because your divine masculine in truth wants to be loved, just like you. and they do the best I can. They give the love to the karmic person. But the only thing your karmic person is doing to your counterpart, your divine masculine, is mistreating him. That is the relationship you would be in if you would not forgive them for the things that happen in your past, in the things that happen between you and your divine masculine. You would have the same relationship. Forgiving the people that has mistreated you are also holding you back from your own greatness, because you keep reminding yourself, you're going back in the past and thinking of the things that have happened, and the only thing what you're doing is bringing yourself down. You're thinking, I'm not good enough, I'm not this, I'm not that, I may be this or that. You're bringing yourself down. But you gotta forgive yourself. You gotta forgive the people that mistreated you. And you gotta replace that with love. You gotta be love. And for to give love, you have to be love. And that's why you have to forgive. Let go. Because even your divine masculine has to go through this process, because they also experience this hurt, and they maybe blame it on you. Because you trigger them every time they think of this pain they have felt in the past and in the now. They say they see you and they get reminded of that pain. That's why it's so hard for your divine masculine to go out of that fear and that doubt, because you remind me of them of that pain. So the ego comes in and says, he ain't good for me. He's gonna treat me the same way as people have treated me in the past. And they even know that even the karmic person, the person that they are in a relationship, treats them that way. But it's easier for them to be in that relationship because it's less confronting. Because you confront them with things they have suppressed within themselves, in their subconscious. But when the ego steps in, they think, oh, he's not good for me, he's gonna treat me the same way. But you have to be the example. You have to be the example. You have to set an example and be love. You have to give that love to yourself. Well, eventually they will feel the love. They will think, well, wow, that person, they even maybe try to trigger you. I had situations where she knew that I was all about the love, but still she came in and said things. I was like, you shouldn't have said that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to act that way. But when they're in the process of awakening and they change, they gradually let go of that negativity in their body, in their doing, in their being. And it's a process for them that they need to let go of. And eventually, when they see that you are this love or this person in their lives they can look up to, they suddenly change their sense of being and think, wow, why am I acting this way? Why am I reflecting this negativity across this person that I feel that I'm meant to be with? When then they go in a state of regret. Why did I do this? And they start to blame themselves. And then they have to forgive themselves for doing the things they've done. When that communication comes and they start to talk to you, they'll maybe say, hey man, I did this and that. That ain't good. That ain't serving me because it's doing me pain. It's doing the person that I love the most in my life. I did him pain. Please forgive me. That's what's all about. Forgiveness. For choosing love over hate, over negativity, and forgiving. Forgiving the people that have hurt you in your life. Forgiving the person that's most loving. The person that's most important in your life. Forgiveness. Yes, people. Forgiveness is a big part of being love. Because, like I said, if you don't forgive and you go back in the past and keep repeating the same things, you can never go towards the future because you're living in the past, because you're bringing up the pain in the past. And that ain't good. You gotta be love, people. You gotta be love. Yes, you gotta be love. And start to forgive. Start to let go of the negativity and walk the path of light. Light, people. And I realized that people that hurt are also hurt. And they do this because they have the same thing going on where they've been hurt. And they act in a kind of way that is not good, that is negativity, because they've also been hurt. You gotta see that. You gotta look from a other point of view, from a bigger picture perspective, that people that hurt have been hurt in the past and also have gone through different trials and tribulations, and the ego steps in and reacts and wants to reflect this negative energy. But you gotta be the example. You gotta be the example. You gotta stand above that and be compassionate and be like, hey man, what's wrong? Tell me your story. I have situations where people reflected the negative energy and I showed compassion. I was like, listen, what's wrong? And I show compassion by listening to their story. Hey man, I see you're having it busy and you're doing a lot of things. What's wrong? And eventually that person opened up and said, man, I had so a busy day. I'm losing my job and this and that. And eventually that person gave his apology, was like, wow man, I'm sorry for acting that way. I'm sorry for acting that way. Because I've got so much on my mind. I've got all this negativity around me. And I just needed to let go of. And you were just standing there doing your thing. And I just had to. Everything is okay, man. Tell your story, man. And you have to forgive. Because when you start asking the right questions and being compassionate, you will learn that even they are going through things, and maybe they don't want to act that way because they are not like that normally, but because of the struggles they're going through. So you got to be compassionate and forgiven. Yes, you got to be forgiven. You got to be forgiven and replace that with love. Yes, people, a beautiful thing. It's a great day today. I want to keep it short today. Maybe in the future I'll add on onto this forgiveness. But for now, I think I said my message. Yes, I'm loving it. Hey people, listen to me. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a great day, because and you're having a great day. That's a beautiful thing. Enjoying nature, being out, doing things that you love. Like I always say, do your thing, and see you later. Peace.